On today's episode, we're going to be pitting the super sleek Geontech of the Apoa NOX versus the rugged durability of the Dragonfly. Let's take a look at the combatants. And in this corner, we have the Dragonfly weighing in at 1,000 kilograms, at a length at 6.5 meters, with a beam of 2.25 meters, and standing at a height at 1.25 meters. Its opponent weighs in at 1,000 kilograms, has a length of 5.5 meters, a beam of 1.5 meters, and stands at a height at 1.5 meters. The Apoa NOX. Today we'll be focusing on 3 categories that will be used to judge these spacecraft on: performance, specialization, and dimensions. Fight! Round 1. Performance. There's not a lot of information to go on for either of the bikes, but their performance would have to be fairly similar in order to keep things competitive on the track, because if it's not competitive, it's not fun. However, this time the ship matrix managed to mess up and give us some information, even though it actually seems to be going out of its way not to. If you look here, I think we can quite clearly see which of the 2 ships is going to be the nimble one. But does this end up giving the NOX an edge? It may or may not, depending on what kind of track you're racing on. Lastly, both bikes seem to function equally as well in space as they do on the ground, and both are going to be landlocked once they touch terra firma. Conclusion? Draw. Round 2. Specialization. The Dragonfly is being dubbed as the Explorer model, while the NOX is purposed for combat. So in this round, we're going to be asking the question, is the Dragonfly a better explorer, or is the NOX a better combatant? The Dragonfly has an extra seat to bring along a partner and has saddlebags capable of carrying 1 SCU's worth of equipment. But to live up to its explorer reputation, it would also have to include either a better fuel scoop, larger fuel tank, or be more economical at conserving fuel, none of which has been confirmed at this time. Now let's take a look at the NOX. The NOX carries the same pair of size 1 guns that the Dragonfly does, giving them both the same offensive capabilities. So it's unclear as to how the NOX plans on excelling at combat. Is it better armored? Is it protected by a powerful shield? So far, nothing has been confirmed. Given the information that we have, the Dragonfly seems to be better suited for exploration than the NOX is for combat. If the NOX is better defensively, then it's going to have to prove it. Wait, I'm being handed a letter from the judges. It says that the Dragonfly could use their extra passenger to double as a tail gunner, and that their effectiveness could be increased if you'd arm the flesh turret with something more powerful like a rail cannon. These were not the original terms for winning the round, but nonetheless, the round goes to the Dragonfly. Round 3. Dimensions. This is going to be a quick round because we're going to be comparing the 2 vehicles based on a single premise: dimensions. For a space bike, all the judges have agreed that size matters, and with this class of vehicle, smaller is better. Hey, enough of that. Smaller means more options as to where you can store the vehicle. The more of it you can store in the same amount of space, and the smaller an area you can squeeze it into. Specifically, we're focusing in on the NOX's 1 meter shorter nose size and its 1.25 meter difference in width. This is going to allow it to get in all kinds of places that even the Dragonfly can't get into. Conclusion? Winner, NOX! Let's look at the scoreboards. Both vehicles have earned a total of 1 point each, and there will be no elimination round. Conclusion? Rematch! There's too little information to go on at this time, and too much has been left up to conjecture. But once we've gotten both vehicles in our hangars, we'll finally be able to determine once and for all who is the undisputed winner of the ring. So until then, explorers can keep piping out about how great their Dragonflies are, and NOX owners can continuously brag about how much ass they're going to be kicking all the way up and down the 3.0 landscape. So until next time, like and subscribe!